Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily beg, and forgive us for our detractions, as we may forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into the pignosis, may we never become dented, and deliver us from the pay pigs, for that we may survive yet another segment of the Daily Beg. Amen.
Now, before we get to shout-outs and Q&A, very quickly, today's a little different than a normal day. All right, today we're going to be doing this podcast, and then when it's done, we're going to swing over to DSP Reacts.
Whoa, the best segment in the entire fucking world. Just him going off about how we're moving over to us reacting to React content that you guys gave me. Whoa.
For that stream, and then we're coming back here tonight. As you guys know, I'm a crowdfunded individual. Today we're doing React content on my sister channel, DSP Reacts.
Okay, so a few things with this. Number one, I'm convinced that he has written this down as a script, and he keeps saying this over and over to himself before he comes on stream. Like, he has this memorized to a T. It's like muscle memory. Like trying to perform a Hadouken or a Shoryuken in Street Fighter. That's essentially what this is. Also, Phil, stop calling it your sister channel. You're not running a business. You're just a guy that's trying to make a living creating YouTube content.
On that channel, most of the content I put out on it gets demonetized. All right?
Huh, I wonder why.
All right, why? Because when you react to something on YouTube, although it's allowed, YouTube gives the advertisement rights usually to whoever originally made the content.
Oh, yeah, Phil, because that's happened before. I remembered I used a song by Family Jewels 7X, and apparently that got claimed because he was the guy who made the cover. I get that, but at the same time, Phil, you knew what you were signing up for when you decided to make React content by going on and saying, yep, guys, give me React content so I can react to it, and then all of a sudden, demonetization or limited ads. But he seems to think that limited ads are essentially demonetization when it really isn't.
So even though I'm reacting to content and it's allowed under fair use, I still make nothing on it. Someone else gets the ad rights to the videos.
Depends on what you react to, Phil. It heavily depends on that.
So, the way that the React channel works is through crowdfunding. When I'm streaming over there, support the streams, that helps a lot. Become a member over there or gift memberships during the streams, that helps a lot too. That is what's made the React content profitable this year for me.
Huh, I thought it was because you enjoyed making React content and you want to keep that going. It's definitely not because of money. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm not reading from the right script. It's always about money.
As long as we can keep that going, I'm happy to keep the React content up. In fact, this month, I've done a ton of movie reviews, right? So far, I've reviewed Scream 5 and 6, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, and Barbarian.
Again, the reason why he's reviewing them because he thinks it's so appropriate for Halloween, but those movies are out of date at this point. Sure, they came out like a few years ago, but at the same time, nobody really is talking about it anymore. Unless it's like one of those horror movie buffs that actually go into the movie and analyzes it. But Phil's not doing that. Every single time he does a review on a movie, he's just giving you a base point summary of what's going on in the movie without telling you what he liked about the movie, what he didn't like about the movie, what they could have done to make it better. Instead, it's just clip notes. Poorly done.
I will be reviewing Dr. Sleep probably tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to enjoy Dr. Sleaze, because he's Dr. Sleaze himself.
I've actually started watching the movie, but it's such a long movie, I only got like an hour into it.
Dr. Sleep is actually 2.5 hours long, and the only reason why he only got an hour into it is because he's bored. Or he was probably drunk off his ass and he thought he could watch it and do a review of it quick and fast and in a hurry, but that didn't happen.
So I want to finish watching it. I'm probably going to review that tomorrow. And then I'm probably going to do at least 1 to 2 more movie reviews this month. You guys seem to strongly want me to watch Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't really give a fuck about it. I think the reason why they want you to watch it is because you hate Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, for God's sakes, you did play the game. You had to stop playing it and make a special video saying, stop believing the hype of Five Nights at Freddy's. Stop listening to people like PewDiePie that tell you this game is good, even though PewDiePie and all the others played it for entertainment values.
I think I will. I think I will get, I think it's Paramount Plus or whatever, or is it Peacock? It's one of those. I'm going to get whichever one it's on, and I'm actually going to watch it and review it basically the day after it comes out, I think.
You heard that, guys. Give him money so he can actually go afford Peacock and fucking Paramount Plus. I mean, he already has Max and fucking Hulu. What more does he need?
All right, I don't know when it comes out. It's the 27th, so I guess I'd have to watch it on the 27th and review it like the 28th. I think I'll do that, since you guys seem to be very interested in that, okay?
Not everyone is interested in it, Phil. I'm sorry to tell you this, but nobody really gives a fuck about it. Unless it's one of your hardcore followers that wants you to watch it because you hate the fucking franchise.
So, it's been a hell of a month for the React channel, putting out all this extra content. I've actually really enjoyed it.
Not really, though. Every single time you're doing a review, you look fake and not interested in any of the movies that you reviewed. But you want to pretend that you actually give a fuck about it when you really don't. Also, they're not really reviews if they're summaries of the films.
And I'm thinking what I can do moving forward is continuously take your input. What I may start doing there is putting up feedback threads on the community tab where people can nominate shows or movies for me to watch and review. I'd be down for that.
I thought you have a suggestion box so people could do that. And now you're adding on yet another suggestion box of things that you could review. I mean, my fucking God, Phil. You're letting your audience dictate what you should watch and what you should play. You never have full control of your channels. Instead, you're leaving up to chance and let your audience pick what you should do. I get it, you want feedback, but it's not really feedback if you don't listen.
Especially coming up with Christmas, there may be a lot of holiday, like Christmas-themed stuff that people want to see me watch and review. And
I mean, there's always Nightmare Before Christmas. That's considered both a Halloween and a Christmas movie, all wrapped up into one.
I'd be okay with that, but I need suggestions. So, yeah, let's see what happens. But I've really enjoyed that. I'd like to keep that going. But that channel works because of your support.
It works because you give him money. You're telling him that double dipping is totally A-O-fucking-K, and you're enabling his addictions. Keep that in mind next time you donate, dentheads.
All right? Any support you give on today's podcast counts for this same stream. When you support this podcast today, whether it's a tip or, you know, anything like that, I count that for that stream too. Even though we're going to technically shut the stream down and head over to the React channel, I carry all of that over.
Well, then again, Phil, why don't you carry all the tips and all the fucking memberships and just everything? Why don't you just carry that over onto your other streams? Like your tips goals and your super chats. Carry those over to your night stream. But you don't do that because there's like a quote-unquote fine line of what you should allow and what you don't allow. But then again, you keep calling this like a day shift or night shift or the late shift. When, Phil, this isn't even a fucking job. This is just a hobby because you're too lazy to go get a real job.
So that way tips and stuff will count towards the goals over there as well. So if you like the content, please support it, right? Crowdfunding is essential to how I make a living. It has nothing to do with ad revenue. The ad revenue is almost negligible on YouTube these days.
But yet you still use ad revenue to make a living from it. You use it as a way to bring home a paycheck. So you saying that ad revenue doesn't really mean anything, it's just the contribution of others. So in the grand scheme of things, he only wants money on the short term rather than wait for the long term. Why? Because he's that greedy.
It's everything else you guys do here during the live streams that keeps me alive. Also, watching the videos on demand, engagement is key. Like liking a video, leaving a comment on a video. Right now with these new playthroughs I'm doing, that engagement will help the channel tons. If you could like the videos and leave comments, please do.
But then again, though, Phil, it's not helping you out in your financials. And the only reason why you're demanding that people go to you watching your videos of Spider-Man 2 and Mario Blunder because you like to take good games and make it worse somehow. The only reason why you want them to do it is because you're trying to boost yourself up in the algorithm. When you type in DSP Gaming, you're not even there.
And again, anything appreciated, whether it be a super chat, a super sticker, a super thanks on an on-demand video, a membership, a gifted membership to the channel. We're trying to build the channel back up. We were at 650 members, and then a lot of them expired, and we didn't really get many back. Yesterday, we had a rallying of support. We got a bunch of members back. It would be great to keep that momentum going in the right direction.
Okay, so a few things with this. Number one, when he says he wants support and engagement, he only wants financial engagement because he doesn't really give a fuck about the likes or the dislikes or even the comments because he always takes the comments of yes men and leaves them up there. But also, moving onward, when he's talking about he wants super thanks, super chats, memberships, and all that shit, it just shows that he only is in it for the money, not about entertaining an audience. And also, you want to bring up the whole thing about rallying support? One person.
Okay? Tips are very important right now. Why? YouTube still hasn't paid me, which I knew was going to happen. Typically, I would have gotten paid yesterday, but YouTube payments get delayed by like upwards of 5 days when they try to pay you on a weekend.
Phil, the reason why they didn't pay you yesterday was because of that. It's on a weekend. If they usually in some jobs, if it comes the day before, it's always going to be on a weekday or sometime after it.
I dropped a lot of money on games this week, and I got bills due tomorrow.
Well, boo fucking who, Phil? If you're actually on time with your bills, like you're proclaiming that you're responsible, then they're actually willing to work with you. They can wait until you actually get your YouTube check. Be like, hey, can you put an extension down? Most of the time, they will work with you. Or sometimes, if you don't even call in, sure, you got to pay a late fee on it, but they can at least work with you. And that's the problem with it, though. He wants to bring up the sob story about how he has bills to pay, and he has all these games he has to buy. Even though for most of the games he could have bought them when he was making a shitload of money beforehand.
So any tips you give me today will help me to get through this basically really tight week, and then once I get paid by YouTube, things will be back to normal.
Yeah, considering that it's not really a tight week for you. Again, you want to bring up a sob story so that people can give you more money.
So if you could tip me today, that would be tremendous. Thanks in advance. You know, I don't want to talk about it all day.
But yet you always talk about it every time you stream.
Even though people like to pretend like I do, I really don't. I don't.
Yes, you do, Phil. Stop lying to yourself and stop looking at me like you're about to molest me.
Don't really mention it that much. I just do this one segment, and then I move on. It's hilarious when I get comments like, you know, Phil, no one else on the internet talks about sponsorships and crowdfunding as much as you. I was
Yeah, because the reason why you talk about it is because you're jealous that everyone else gets sponsorships and paid advertisements. That's the reason why you talk about it. And you try to rub it in our face and say, I'm still alive. I still make money because I don't have those. Even though that's not a good financial business. That's not a good strategy to have. That's why a lot of these people that you like to make fun of and you like to push into the dirt, that's why they're more successful. They learn to adapt and change with the times, and they learn to branch out financially. You do not, and you're suffering down at level 1, which slowly is becoming level 0, the tutorial level. And you're failing at the tutorial every single time.
So I talk about it one segment every podcast.
No, don't say that you talk about just the one time in your podcast. You talk about it in all your goddamn streams. All right, guys, gonna split the part. Oh, hey, guys, I noticed that I only got like $10 from Cum Guzzler 57. I don't get it, guys. I'm playing games for you guys. Come on, guys, step it up. Give me more money.
And then during a live stream, I'll just mention, hey, you can support if you can. Let's hit a goal or whatever. Maybe once a half an hour.
But then again, though, it's considered begging. You're constantly begging because you're desperate.
If once an hour during a 2-hour stream at night. So what are you talking about?
You bring it up constantly. You look over and you're like, I'm not getting that much support, guys. I need only like $40 more so I can wear the glasses.
That's the thing. You got to listen to the wrong people, and you think that that's all I do. I barely even mention it these days.
Even though you mentioned it quite a lot. And I'm sorry, Phil, but you're going to call me the wrong person when you're trying to contradict what we're saying is false, and then you're saying is truth. When in reality, it's quite the opposite of that.
I purposefully want to keep this out of the content. It's a necessary evil, right? I'm a crowdfunded individual. I don't make a lot of ad revenue. I don't get a lot of views on YouTube. I'm crowdfunded.
Again, Phil, you just brought this up for like 3-4 times about how you're crowdfunded. Like, we get it, Phil. You're reading off of a script, and at this point, you're still trying to push the sob story narrative that YouTube didn't pay me yet. I don't understand why, even though it's a weekend.
I said I'm a curator. I'm not really a content creator. I'm a content curator. I'm making content specific to the audience that wants it, and people support it because of it.
No, Phil, you're not even considered a curator. A curator is someone like a documentarian. A good example of that would be the Chris Chan documentary or A Beggar's Journey. Those are considered to be curated content. They are content curators because they're going into the past lives of like you and of Chris Chan, and they're bringing it on to light. And it's like some sort of a story. It's painting a narrative. It's painting a story of your life. While you're sitting there saying that I'm a curator, guys. I'm just curating content. Phil, you're a content creator, and you create garbage.
And I appreciate that people step up and support the content they love.
No, Phil. I think the reason why they support and give you money, it's not because they love your content. It's because you manipulate them and gaslight them into believing it's their fault you're suffering. That's the biggest issue. It's not their fucking concern, and it's not their fucking problem that you're financially destitute.
Right? That's why I'm still able to make a living doing this, quite frankly.
Yeah, because you're constantly begging on the internet.
So I'm appreciative of everything I get, and I don't want to sit here and talk about it all day ad nauseum. It bothers me.
If it really bothers you, Phil, then you shouldn't have brought it up. If it really fucking bothers you that badly, then don't bring it up anymore. Don't bring up money. Take away the tip goal. Take away the super chats, the membership goals. Take away all of that and just don't even bother worrying about it. But the problem is that you constantly worry about it because you're so based around greed that that's all you can think about. It's money, 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 money.
I just want to make content that you guys love and have a good time doing it. And that's it. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, I'm calling major fucking bullshit on it, though, because you don't have a passion for video games. Every single time that you're playing, like, Spider-Man 2 or Mario Wonder, the tone of voice that comes out of you, it's not real. It's not real enthusiasm. Instead, it comes across as boredom. You're bored with it, and you're like, all right, guys, I'm so excited to play this game. Like, it's like kind of like one of those where you don't want to be at a job site, and you're constantly looking at the clock, and you're wondering when it's time to clock out. That's you.
You know? But these idiots, of course, on the internet say otherwise. I just ignore them because it's not true. Everything they say is full of shit. So I just ignore the nonsense now.
If you say that you ignore the nonsense, you shouldn't have brought this up to begin with. You shouldn't have brought up the wrong people, the detractors, your hate watchers, your trolls. You could have just left that well enough alone. The problem is that you love bringing us up to, again, paint your sob story that you're the victim and we're the assholes, when the biggest asshole right there is staring at his chat hoping that they give you money.
Anyway, so thank you guys. Please consider contributing today in any way. I appreciate it so much. My goal is to hit $50 on every stream of tips. And, you know, this, like I said, anything you tip during this podcast will count towards the React show. So let's see if we can at least hit that for the React show today.
I love the fact that he says he doesn't beg and that he never begs and that we're making this up, but yet he wants to bring up his tier 1 tips goal of the gunner glasses for $50. My God, Phil, you never cease to amaze me that within the same fucking breath, you say you don't beg and then you have to push over the tier 1 tips goal. Like, my fucking God, Phil. Anyways, let's see how he did his React show, shall we?
Clyde, should I ban you now since you're doing something that you know is not allowed in the chat? Should I just ban you outright right now, or should I wait?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So automatically I'm seeing that he banned somebody. I wonder why.
What do you think, Clyde? Because you think you're real funny, huh? It's going to be real funny when you're not here anymore. After getting that gifted membership and then you get banned, that's going to be hilarious. I'll laugh all day about that one.
Yeah, but you won't be laughing, though, because every single time that a gifted member goes to someone that you don't want to have that gifted membership, you throw a bitch fit. Why is it that it went to waste? It should have went to my son, Derek.
What do you do? He's imitating another chatter in a derogatory way. And I'm going to ban him for it because I've had enough of the bullshit in this, and these people think they can get away with it.
Oh, that is fucking rich coming from Phil. The man that says that, oh, he's making fun of someone in my chat. Oh, no, that's not allowed. But yet, you're sitting here making fun of everybody or anyone that either A, criticizes you, or B, they just look funny to you. It's like, Phil, pot meets kettle. That makes Kettleton.
So, I'm going to say this. In the last few weeks, if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of people have been submitting old clips of my content. First of all, I kind of wish more people had submitted these during my retrospective, which took place back in August.
Phil, you're complaining that you're getting content, and you want your own content. Because every single time that we've seen you react to your old shit, you're always being the best critic when it comes to it. You're not saying anything negative about it. You're not even going back on it. It's like, wow, my audio and video quality was shit. I'm so glad I improved it. Instead, you're just sitting there going, nope, this is the best fucking content ever. Better than all those other people's.
Okay? I don't mind watching my own stuff, but it's getting excessive now. Like, every single week, people keep submitting old stuff of me, and it gets boring.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the narcissist getting tired of looking at his own content? Oh, poor you, Mr. Narcissist.
It gets boring to watch the same stuff every week. Now, I get it. This is me playing Saw. It's Halloween. It's pertinent to now. But aren't you tired of watching me play stuff?
God damn it, Phil. The way that you just worded that just makes it ever so fucking ironic. Yes, people don't like watching you play video games because you suck at them and you don't have a passion for it. You don't want to improve as a gamer. You don't want to improve as a human being. So the answer to your question is yes. People don't like watching you play stuff or just play video games or videos in general.
Like, I'm tired of watching myself. It's been like 3-4 weeks in a row we've been doing this now.
But yet, every single time, you think it's hilarious.
I'm kind of tired of it. So we'll watch a couple minutes of it, but then we're going to skip ahead.
I wonder if this was like an Ultra Members video, due to the fact that Ultra Members cannot get skipped. But Phil likes to break his own rule by skipping the video.
So guys, I got some shout-outs to do. I got some things to address.
Oh my god, shout-outs, more money.
Okay, let's get through shout-outs. We start off with H-Town1010, who did a $2 super chat.
Yeah, I got money. Wait, hang on. No, that needs to be have 2 zeros with that. Give me $200. $2 means nothing.
Thank you, H-Town. 2B is Cute is now banned and is not coming back. 2B is Cute has been banned over on DSP Gaming.
Oh, why am I not shocked? Why am I not surprised that Phil is adding more to his banned list?
Not because of anything that they think, but because they were being incredibly obnoxious several weeks ago.
Huh, sounds awfully a lot like you. Or Derek.
Trying to basically make the entire stream about them. I told them to calm down, they didn't listen, so I banned them.
Huh, this is sounding way too fucking familiar. The last time you brought up someone that's doing it for themselves, they weren't doing it for themselves, though. But yet you threw a big fucking bitch fit about it, and you tried looking like a clown even more.
Then they proceeded to, for the last 2 to 3 weeks, do exactly the same thing on this stream. So
I mean, Phil, you do the same thing trying to make it all about yourself, even though you're supposed to be an interactive streamer. You're supposed to be interacting with your audience. It's not just about you, Phil. Nobody cares of what you ate for dinner the night before.
I've had enough and they're not coming back, so don't ask for them to come back. By the way, it's a sock account from someone else that's already in here anyway.
I don't think he knows that it's actually a sock account, but I love the fact that he loves to mention that everyone is a sock account, even though he has no proof to back it up.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Me.
Alright, and that is it. So there you go. Now, guys, we're going to continue on. Remember, I said between the parts is when I will shout out any contributions, alright?
Yeah, I love how now he's doing in between the parts. So when he stops recording, he can actually go on with his beg segment. He thinks that just because they're not recorded and uploaded to the internet doesn't mean that he doesn't beg.
So thank you to everyone who's contributed so far today. Thanks, Dan, for the gifted memberships. Thanks for the few super chats there. My goal for today, to hit that tier 1 tips goal by the end of the stream. We
Again, he's following his own goddamn script.
still have 2.5 hours to get there. And if it's only 14 bucks away, it would be great if we could hit it sooner rather than later.
I can just only imagine if Phil was an AI, the whole thing about him being crowdfunded, as well as not taking any sponsorships or paid advertisements, that all the content he's made is curated content, that would be programmed into his own AI, and everyone would want to kick it over.
Outside of that, anything is appreciated. Remember, guys, I don't make money on these videos. I guarantee you this one with the Saw theme, that shit's going to get claimed right away.
Yep, always thinking about the money and not for entertaining the audience, like always.
This happens every week. So if you could contribute and support the stream, I would really appreciate it. Okay? All right, let us continue. Here.
Yeah, let's continue. Why beg for more money?
This is terrible. This movie is this video is awful.
How is it awful, Phil? I mean, for God's sakes, that's the way that they make content. But you're looking at it going, oh, I don't like that. Also, Phil, we have this. Oh! And also this.
What the hell's going on? I'm stuck. I just went through the wall. Did you see that? I'm dead. What happened? Empty Chinese food. What the fuck? He's got 3 more. And pizza boxes. And a wooden table covered in coffee cup stains. No. No, I can't stand for this. This guy's a pig. He's a disgusting freak. I can't watch this. I'm out of here.
But yet this video is the awful one. Okay.
It's two guys that talking like this, like, oh, like two schoolgirls that were gossiping about it. Oh, look, we cut around him. And then Randy said this, and he said this, and he said this. What the fuck?
Yeah, now we're reaching into really bad territory with that one by insinuating their sexuality.
It's awful. And the thing is 11 years, like, this is what was popular back then. That's, oh my God, this is how it's done. Oh. Like,
no one talks like that, Phil. Only you. The Valley Girl Dark Side Phil talks like this.
Like, literally, that's how this shit was back then. It's like,
not all content was like this, Phil. Stop generalizing. That's what content was like back in the day.
Like, today, I feel like it's different. I feel like a lot of people are more naturally talking to the camera, and it's better content.
Then again, Phil, if they're trying to entertain an audience, they will do whatever they goddamn please. But if they're talking with their audience, it's about something serious. Or they're just trying to be analytical about something, which is something that you're not. But again, he wants to make a point that he talks in front of a camera and that that's normal. But no, every single time that you're in front of the camera, Phil, you're constantly making up bullshit, you're misinforming your audience, and you're begging for money. I mean, for God's sakes, how is that normal?
But back then, this was the trends you had on YouTube. Everyone was like this back then.
Again, stop generalizing. That's what content was like back in the day.
I don't even want to watch the rest of it. I seriously can't even stomach it.
Well, then again, Phil, nobody could stomach your fucking content, but yet, here we are.
It's like so obnoxious that I don't even want to watch any more of it. I don't even care. It's outdated anyway, because like I said, this doesn't matter anymore.
The only reason why this is outdated is because it was 11 years ago, and it was talking about Ray William Johnson versus Maker Studio, because apparently RWJ did not like the way that they were handling things, so he broke off. Again, it was only topical back in that time. Nowadays, nobody cares.
MCNs don't really exist on YouTube, and the few that do don't really do much. Like, the whole landscape of YouTube has changed, so.
But then again, though, Phil, even though there's no MCNs, you're still making money off of a fucking corporation, aka you're making money off of YouTube. And everyone else can make money off of Twitch, Kick, Rumble, wherever they choose to go. But again, Phil's saying like, oh yeah, MCNs, nobody cares about those anymore, even though you are under machinima.
So guys, we're 1 hour in, 2 hours to go in our big react show for the week. I want to say thank you. You've been a great audience.
No, back to begging again. Again, something that Phil says that he doesn't do.
Thanks to those who have supported in any way. Remember, these videos are literally all going to get claimed.
Yeah, I'm going right back into the money talk, because I can't make money. Where?
So if you could help me out this week with crowdfunding on this stream, it would be great. Whether that's a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, or a tip, it would all be appreciated.
You bet. I'm sorry. How is it that this man claims he doesn't beg, but yet here he is begging? Prayer hands, let's go.
My goal is to try to hit the tier 1 tips goal in an hour. I think we got like $1. So it'd be great if we could hit that goal by the end of the stream in the next 2 hours.
Jasper, go into his office and rip up his script so he doesn't have to read it anymore.
$50, okay? Outside of that, everything else greatly appreciated as well. But I'm enjoying the stream a lot. I hope you guys are too.
But Phil, the way that you just sounded by saying that you really like the stream and you like React content, it's clear as day that you don't. For God's sakes, man.
All right, so this looks like random order. I'm taking a look. Let's see what the next video is. No, wait, hold on. Okay, I know what's going on here. I know exactly what's going on here. So it randomizes the playlist. Okay.
DSP tries it. Tech support.
But then it goes to the next video in the playlist. No, it doesn't work. The random playlist doesn't work on this.
Huh. You know what could have made this a whole lot faster, Phil? If you just did this on your fucking PC.
At least on the app, and this is how I used to use it, it just doesn't work at all. Like, I can't randomize the playlist at all. It
Hey, Phil, you have a fucking mini PC. Why don't you use it?
doesn't work for some odd reason. Play all. No, all I can do is hit play all. And you can't go to random order. What the fuck?
Again, this is what happens when you decide to watch YouTube videos on your Xbox. It's not the best, Phil. For God's sakes, you got a goddamn mini PC. Why don't you fucking use it?
I can't do it. YouTube has broken their randomized playlists. They don't work anymore.
Again, Phil, you could always use your mini PC.
It'll randomly select one video from the playlist, and then it'll just play them all in order after. But apparently it doesn't work on any app or anywhere else anymore. They've completely destroyed their playlist structure.
I wonder why.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
Yep, if just because there's one thing that's messed up, oh yeah, they're a whole bunch of fucking idiots. Nope, no need for them to keep going and make up for their mistakes. Nope, just oust them all, fire them.
Nope. Doesn't work. Wow. I might have to just randomly select videos for myself. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying, but YouTube broke.
YouTube broke. No, Phil, YouTube did not break. Only you watching it on an Xbox. Again, PC.
This used to work. This used to work. We were doing this for how many months and it worked fine.
And yet, one thing happens and automatically it's broken.
We do have one member who wanted to ask some questions for Q&A this week, and we have a lightning round style that we do in part 5 every week, so let's do that.
I'm sorry, I'm actually traumatized because of the lightning round segment. I mean, for God's sakes, I know that I'm kind of self-plugging myself here, but that video that I reacted to, that's why.
All right, what's one profession you'd hate to have? Oh, man. A profession I would absolutely hate to have? For me, I would hate to do a job that is incredibly menial and repetitive and boring and doesn't feel like there's anything interesting in it.
Phil, I'm sorry to tell you this, not really. You do that. It's called DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts. I was going to stop it there, but then I saw that Phil was playing Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode. And normally I don't cover this mode due to the fact that it's incredibly fucking boring. All it is just a single player campaign, which again, I understand what Capcom was going with it, but at the same time, it just wasn't that interesting. But the reason why I'm bringing this up though is because Phil was getting extra salty over NPCs. And you thought the only time you ever got salty playing Street Fighter was playing online.
Salt.
La 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 la. Happy Halloween.
Gregor did a $10 tip. He says, longtime silent viewer, would you say kindness begets kindness, toxicity begets toxicity?
Yes, it does. It heavily does.
Oh.
Oh my god. If I was streaming right now, I would be pressing the come button so hard right now.
Come! In a perfect world, sure. In a perfect world where everyone kind of believes, like, treat others the way you want to be treated, sure. I would say, yes, that's correct. And I would like to live my life by that. I mean, I'm not perfect. And
Phil, you do not live by the golden rule. Treat others as you will. You want to be treated? You treat others like shit. And when you get that thrown right back at you, you immediately cry about it. Oh, the horrible people are making fun of me again. Even if it's your own fucking audience.
There's times when I do feel toxic and I do spew that.
Phil, you do that on an everyday basis. Stop saying that you do it every once in a while.
Just like everyone else. Everyone else gets into bad moods and everyone else, kind of does that too.
Phil, you do it all the goddamn time. It doesn't matter what mood you're in. You're always spewing out toxicity. The toxicity from the piggy in the city.
Banned.
Exactly.
But for me, like I've told you guys, I just want to stay out of drama. I want to stay out of any kind of problems with anyone. I just want to sit here and make content and enjoy myself, this stuff for myself and for you guys, to have a nice place to come to every day and there's no drama and toxicity, right?
Bull fucking shit, there isn't any, because every single time you're on there, you're mad that people don't give you money, don't talk to you, or someone asks you a general question you don't want to answer and you call them an idiot for asking the question. Also, you not wanting to make drama, Side-Scrollers, Keemstar, LTG, Review Tech USA, Boogie, Wings, Detractors, they all say hi!
That's what it's about for me. That's why I started doing this to begin with 15 years ago.
No, Phil, the reason why you started doing this 15 years ago is because you got sick and tired of going to a job every day making money. And you decided to say, hey, if I just play video games and just be lazy, I can make money doing this. And lo and behold, 15 years later, here you are.
I never aspired to be some kind of a YouTuber who was going to be constantly, vying for relevance with others, and that I needed to create toxicity or drama in order to be relevant.
But here's the thing with this, though, Phil. Even though you said you never aspired to be a YouTube content creator, you ended up saying that you became an influencer. And that's how you described yourself, that you were an influencer, even though your influence was very toxic and negative. But again, you just love to retcon your own self, don't you? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Obviously,
I knew I forgot someone.
if you're someone who sits around creating toxicity around you all the time, it's going to be something you're just going to have to deal with, you know?
Well, then again, Phil, as they say, there's more woods for their fires like neighbors. Flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck. You're sipping gin as a pastime activity. The toxicity of this piggy.
Likely even permeating into other parts of your life, which is...
You've let that permeate into your own life. You've let that engulf you. You let the negativity and the toxic nature engulf you. And everything you touch is going to be affected. I mean, that's why most of your friendships and relationships all failed.
Which is no good, obviously, right? The way I see it, you know, I'm getting older. I only have a certain amount of time left on this planet.
Oh, God damn it. Stop bringing up that you're older. We get it, Phil. As time goes on, we're all going to get older. I know I'm getting older. But the thing is, though, the older that you get, the more wiser and experienced you should become. But, Phil, you're neither wise or experienced. I'm just saying.
Right? However long that is, that set amount of time that it will be. And I would like to make the most of it.
But you're not making the most of it. Instead, you're just sitting there in your goddamn office, bitching and complaining that you need money, playing games poorly, reacting to content that you're jealous of, and you don't really do anything exciting. Oh, what? Every once a week, you go out and go grocery shopping? Woo! So fucking interesting!
Right? I don't want to waste time on things that are negative or toxic.
But you do it anyway.
I don't think that they would ever be productive for me. Even though people say, if you were to focus on toxicity and drama and ride the wave of hate against you and really just, you know, lean into your haters, you'd really I don't care.
But that's the thing, though, Phil. If you really cared about your business as you proclaim that you do, you could have done that. The May 1st incident, you could have made bank off of that. The banana song, you could have made money off of that. But instead, Review Tech USA took the May 1st incident, is capitalizing off of it, while the banana song is just a funny fucking meme.
Like, I don't care if I'd make out. I don't care if I'd make money doing that.
Phil, I don't think you know how to make out.
I don't care if I'd be popular doing that. I don't want to do that.
Phil, you always proclaim that you're popular. You said that you were living the days where you were making a shitload of money and people knew who you were and they respected you. But you can't go back to those days because those days have sailed. The ship has sailed and... Oh. Never mind, the boat's on fire.
That's not the person I am. It's not who I want to be.
But that's what you were, Phil. Your 15 years was based around negativity, toxicity, and putting people down that you believed deserved it.
I want to, like I said, I want to be a positive influence on this planet.
Not gonna happen anytime soon.
And so many people every day tell me I am.
But you're not, though, Phil. What crack are they smoking to think that you're positive?
And I'm like, well, you know, I want to keep that up. Regardless of the fact that maybe I could have gotten something more out of being toxic, you know?
Phil, you're already toxic, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not making any money from it.
So I don't want to do that.
Oh, he's going back to his gin thermos.
I'll take the road less traveled. Because right now on YouTube, I hate to say it, that toxic road is a very popular road.
Phil. The toxic road is not the road best traveled. The road less traveled is being toxic and negative to people all the time. But the thing is, though, the way that you can make it work is if you're actually entertaining. But you're not entertaining, though. You put down your audience on an everyday fucking basis. You manipulate and gaslight them into giving you money because you feel like you deserve it more than they do. Oh, you got rent to pay? Nah, give me the money. I need it more than you. Even though you clearly don't. If you wanted to make yourself better, You could have at least tried to make yourself entertaining, but you didn't even try to do that.
Crap on things just to crap on them to create clickbait views and drama.
Well, Phil, you do that all the goddamn time. Do I need to bring up the examples again?
Insult everyone around you, to create rivalries and big back and forths with other YouTubers and the like.
You did that with LTG, or at least attempted to. That failed. You called RG Beef a fucking idiot because they know more about bit rates than you do. And when they told you that, hey, they're a network specialist, you said, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm being nice to you. And then as soon as they said one other thing, which was saying you have a degree in begging, well, I just had enough. You're banned.
Just to get a feud going so you can get views and shit. It's like, I don't care about any of that.
Again, LTG.
You know what they say? Why do good things happen to bad people, and why do bad things happen to good people?
Again, Phil, it heavily depends on the situation at hand.
Because life isn't perfect. In a perfect world, if you were always putting out a positive aura, hopefully that aura would be reciprocated back to you, but, you know.
But, Phil, it does not work with you. You're never positive. If we took you to an empath, they would feel your negative energies. If they took you to a place where they do voodoo, your aura would be black. Like the darkest of blacks. And I'm just saying that.
That's life. We're not in a perfect situation, you know.
Phil, the whole thing about a perfect world does not exist. There's no such thing as a perfect fucking world. There's no such thing as normalcy either. The only way that you can go through life thinking that things are perfect is the way that you live your life. If you live your life the best that you can, it doesn't matter what happens. You can unintentionally piss someone off, and that's fine. You can go through relationships and they don't work out. Again, that's fine. The whole purpose of life is living and learning from those experiences, which is something that you clearly do not do. You can live an experience, but you can never learn from it. And that just shows how pathetic you really are.
No, it looks like, I don't know, from here, I can't figure this out. This is starting to really piss me off now.
Oh, great. He's getting mad about the fucking map.
Just want to fucking get through this part of the game and see how it ends. And they're really making this ending part padded and annoying as shit.
I love the fact that Phil always likes to bring up that everything is padded or bloated, even though it's not. But he wants to make up the excuse that it is.
There is no reason for it to be like this. This is stupidity.
Then again, Phil, you playing this is stupidity.
Well, that's what I guess what streamers do these days. I don't know. You know me, I'm a gamer. I'm not a streamer, I'm a gamer. I'm here to game and have fun and enjoy this stuff with you guys. I'm not here to rush through in 8 hours and get back to my memeable game that everyone throws money at me when I play. I'm here to enjoy the games that I buy. So.
And the funny thing is about that was on the premiere stream of Mario Wonder. That was 2 days ago. Well, now 3, because when I'm recording this, it's on the 23rd.
Why did I just burn out? I have no idea. What the do you think he did enough damage?
Oh, god damn it, get fucked.
He hit me twice.
Well, Phil, you're level 47. He's level 50. No shit.
Fucking hit me twice. This is insanity.
And he thought that he could actually spam his way through, cheesing it all the way through. When in doubt, scrub it out, but I guess that didn't work for him.
Every time I press a button, he counter hit. So it's reading your inputs. The game is reading your inputs and waiting for you to push a button, and then it counter hits you. Bullshit.
Yeah, it counter hits you because this is somewhat of a harder NPC, Phil. So no shit, it's programmed that way. Oh, hey, it's Boris. Okay, so apparently he got angry at using the Dhalsim fight style. So he went back to using Blanca, and my god, he looks like a hunchback.
Now I have my hop. Oh, he immediately hits you with a combo. What the fuck? He read my Blanca Ball input.
Yeah, because this is an NPC, Phil. This is, again, a level 50 NPC, and you're level 47. Also, double lariat works.
By cheating and reading my button input and did the one move to beat it.
Again, proclaiming that the NPC cheated. I'm getting flashbacks of fucking Pokemon Violet and Scarlet where he fought Nimona and fucking got mad. The AI is cheating.
That's twice in a row the game just cheats with this fight. What are you supposed to do?
No, Phil, you just suck at the game.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Phil, you fought up against Zangief. You should have known that was coming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, $25. I'm so sad that I'm losing.
So he literally will just mash instant special moves to your button inputs, which is completely unfair.
No, Phil, it's not unfair. You just need to learn to get good.
Oh my god.
There you go, you figured it out. Never mind.
There's no way to win. He reads every button input you push.
I love how he's playing the same way that he plays online. And he was hoping that his scrub tactics would work. They're not.
He literally reads every button input. It's impossible. This is completely impossible.
No, it's not, Phil.
How are you supposed to win when every time he reads your button input and counter hits you with the exact right move?
Phil, what you need to do is actually learn to get better. Learn to improve your damage and also your defenses, but you don't even do that.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Well, clearly you are.
What a piece of shit. Impossible.
How's it impossible, Phil? You were left open and the NPC knew it and threw you. Did a pile driver.
Impossible to get out of. Because he's waiting for you to do something and does the move to counter it. Completely impossible.
My god, he is running low on continues.
This is stupidity.
I also love that Luke is giving him advice on what he could do, but apparently he's not even reading the advice. He's looking for money. And he's also looking at stream chat. He's like, chat, help me, chat.
You can't do anything to that. He's gonna grab you no matter what because he's counter hitting you.
And you can't do anything to that either. That's a command grab. This one is. Get fucked.
This is fucking stupid. Why did they make the end of the game like this? What a bunch of morons.
Phil, the reason why they made the game like that towards the end is because it's the end. It's getting closer to the end of the story mode. So no shit they're going to have high difficulty players or high difficulty NPCs. What, do you want them to have a hard NPCs at the beginning and easier at the end? My god, if you programmed this part of the game and you did that, oh my god, people would hate it.
Look at that bullshit. You read my input. I won't do anything. Look, he literally won't move.
No, he's moving backwards. He's blocking. He's anticipating your moves. The NPCs can do that, Phil. Get fucked. I'm even gonna say this. That NPC clutched your ass. Yeah, you can tell this guy's clearly having fun. He's a gamer first, streamer second. I feel the same fucking way.
It just blatantly cheats. It's 100% blatant cheating.
It's not blatant cheating, Phil. That's how this game is programmed. You're getting hit by a double lariat and the pile driver's way too fucking much, Phil.
Well, this might be the end of the story mode because I don't think I care to do this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So he's rage quitting it, or it came close to rage quitting it. Holy shit.
To be honest, it's just they made it completely unfair, cheating bullshit. Reading every input, doing exactly the right counter hit move, doing insane damage for no fucking reason. How is this gonna be fun?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So he has the combination of not only Blanca, but he also has Dalsum, Lily, and I believe he has Ken in there somewhere. Or maybe it's Luke. My bad.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Right.
Phil, you just dashed in front of him and you did nothing. So no shit, you were open. Again, he was trying to command grab you.
Fuck this.
Fuck this! Looks at chat. Any money?
Fuck this nonsense. What a bunch of idiots. They ruined their own story mode.
They didn't ruin anything, Phil. You're just getting sour grapes due to the fact you're not having fun. And you're being challenged. And you don't like challenge in your video games. Huh, it looks like he got lucky. For once.
He counter hit me on fight and immediately did a move to take half my energy bar.
I'm going back for that one. Give me a minute. Let's go back. What did he do? Alright, so immediately does a charge like a drive rush, but immediately countered it in his first attack, which led to a throw. How hard is that to read, Phil?
He counter hit me on fight and immediately did a move.
Yeah, because you tried to use a drive rush, which did not work in your favor.
To take half my energy bar away.
You didn't even try.
I'm gonna try one more time and that's it.
Jesus Christ.
It's completely busted and broken, and that's idiotic. That's an absolutely idiotic way to end the game.
No, it's not. You're being challenged, and you're getting upset that it's challenging.
Make it so that every enemy now is going to be insanely ridiculous two-hit win, and they all read your inputs and counter-hit everything you do. Like, what the fuck kind of morons thought this was a good ending to the game?
Capcom did. Go complain to them, Phil.
Right? Invest 17 hours and feel like the game's kicking you in the balls constantly at the end.
Why are you immediately going to cock and ball torture? I mean, just why?
He still hit me. Why? I hit him every other time. Now the game says no, he hits you.
How is it that the NPC can beat you on clutch multiple times?
This is absolute lunacy.
Well, it's lunacy because originally you had around, I think, 29. Now you're down to 22.
Lunacy that these morons who made this thought that this would be a good way to end the game.
Again, Phil, not everybody's going to be playing World Tour mode. They're going to be playing other parts of it, like the, oh, I don't know, online fighting.
You have to be stupid.
Yeah, but then Phil, you're the only one that's thinking it's stupid while everyone else is completely either A, ignoring World Tour mode and going to the Battle Hub or Fighting Grounds, or B, they already beat it and had no problems.
Okay, it just randomly hits when you have him, you're open, you're kicking it. It hits you anyway. It hits you anyway. Even when you timed it right, it hits you anyway.
The reason why it hit you, Phil, is because you just jumped in front of him.
You fuck this. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to go back and finish it now. I'm being honest. I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to grind.
Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time on this. Restarts the match.
I just want to play it, and you can't even just play it because the way they did the end is fucking broken as shit. He rage quit. He rage quit. The entire
Pretty much.
game, I never had to grind once. Now you're telling me at the end of the game you want me to grind. Fuck you.
Well, in some games, you have to grind, Phil. As tedious and repetitive as it may be, sometimes grinding is the best option. Oh, hey, finally figured out Drive Impact.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
Yeah, after how many times did he fucking get his ass kicked that he figured out drive impact?
Yep. The game has no idea how to handle drive impact. None at all.
No, they probably knows how to handle drive impact, Phil. You couldn't. That just looks god-awful. Especially due to the fact that this is his created character, and it just, the way that he has that bit rate just makes it look extra awful. I was gonna say, if that NPC did it again with the clutch, I would be surprised, but I knew Phil had it in the bag.
I tried to be fancy at the end. Mistimed it.
Phil, you can never know to be fancy. For God's sakes, just don't even try.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Took him that many attempts. Took him at least 8 to 7 attempts, and he finally got it. My God, and he proclaims himself to be a gamer while he sucks at it. DSP, a man who proclaims that he's not a beggar while he kept begging all the way through entire streams. From his React streams, way down to his World Tour streams. But yet, keep in mind, he does not beg all the time. He only begs once through his podcast, while fully on admitting that he begs. I don't know why he thinks that begging will do him any fucking good. Especially when people say, hey, you're getting donations, but he wants to make up a completely asinine story about how he's not receiving donations, they're tips, in quotes. Even though people are giving him money for something that he's not even charging. But continue onward with Street Fighter World Tour. I am surprised that he still kept that going, even though when he plays it, it's incredibly fucking boring. Phil should have been smart about it and just not even bother playing World Tour, due to the fact that he plays it really boringly, and also, it's nothing special and it's nothing fancy. It's not like every other fighting game mode that has a good story. But I am done for the video for today. Let us end it off with the Phil prayer. Deliver us from the dents, deliver us from the pay pigs, deliver us from the pignosis. May we never become dented. May we never become a beggar like Darkside Phil, and please, for the love of God, don't ever try to be like him, saying that you don't beg while you're begging someone to give you money. Or just better yet, don't even beg at all, earn your own money, and do it legitimately. Amen.